So that's the baijiguan. 5 grams, 100 milliliters, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We can keep that. So 5 grams, 100 milliliter. Want to smell? Baijiguan.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's warm up.
Gabriele, did you grab a cup for yourself?
I have it direct to grab it, yeah.
Okay.
No cup, no tea.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
100 degrees. Centigrade. Let's see. So that's the start of the weekend.
Mm-hmm. Number one of
Number
56.
one of 56. It will be a long night.
Yep.
Can you throw in some hot water?
Yeah. But I feel otherwise it takes too long for the rinse. Wet leaves. Tea.
Yes.
Gabriel is still writing a lot. Gabriel is writing a lot.
Oh wow.
It has this one peculiar smell that reminds me of like something I think I eat somewhat regularly, but I can't quite.
For me, it's just berries and fruits and currant.
Ah, wow. It changes so much, yeah. Like the dry leaves, yeah, baijiguan just because you know and it has that smell, very light, not much roast and so, but in here there is way more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's way more unfamiliar. I mean, it's complex and unfamiliar at the same time.
I think I need to use the dictionary for a second because this is a bit less of a common one. Oh yeah. Have you ever like instead of rice eaten spelt, prepared in kind of the same way, like steamed? It smells very similar to this tea.
Wow. Let's try.
But yeah, very interesting fragrances for sure.
Yeah, the fragrance is just very peculiar. Yeah, is actually out of that fragrance would be even hard to say it is a rock tea.
Yeah, I had one baijiguan that was as lightly roasted as this one.
Baijiguan
was completely different.
is difficult to prepare. Like you often have an off taste in baijiguan. I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel like there's a wide spectrum.
Yeah.
very hot.
It's good. Like, I don't know. It's just okay. It's good. It's good. I don't remember the price. I know that it's either one or the other, and the difference between the two is one is the double. And I don't know. Both are expensive.
We have two baijiguan.
Only one. Only this one.
Ah, you don't know which one you ordered.
Yeah. I know that I wrote many prices today, and I don't remember exactly what I wrote on the back side of the pouch here. But it's yeah, we'll find out in a moment.
It's very good.
It's a very
Just good.
I think it's a very like fragrance forward tea, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Like it has very
Oh,
much
sorry.
taste and
I
taste.
pour it again in my cup, but not in yours.
That's okay.
Actually, I should also take a small cup. Later, I will change for a smaller one because with the large one, I think tends to, drink more. And it's not about the quantity.
I also think, and I'm not exactly sure why, but flat cups in particular, I think synergize well with aromatic teas.
Flat.
Flat, like
Ah,
One
flared.
stance.
Yeah. This is not flared. Yours is a tiny bit flared. The flounder? It's 5 grams, huh?
How big is the
100.
Oh, okay.
For you, massive big.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually brew with 8.
8.
8 grams.
Ah, okay. Like 8 milliliters. Like 3 drops.
No, 8 grams. So you use 6 for 0.75.
Tiny bit
Or
darker.
75 milliliters.
I will also to look a little bit into what final price do we get,
Mm-hmm.
just at least having a rough idea. Can you pass me the laptop, please?
Okay, I'm starting to get a little bit of the like what little roast there is in this tea. I didn't really notice on the first steep, but it is coming out just a little bit more this time.
Ba-ba-bum. Here we go. Alright, now I have to look at it. Okay. It's the cheapest of the two that I had in mind. It's already good, like one would be expensive and the other one prohibitively expensive. Yeah. We'll let you know.
I'm easily biased.
You can guess then. Well, you know that we got just 49 expensive tea, more or less, so they are all pretty pricey. Alright, what do I do? Yeah, I think I know what I do. I let it cooling down now, just because I'm anyway doing something else, so. Can say, it's good baijiguan, and we can of course keep on drinking and so, but already from the first one there is no off taste for me. It's a very characteristic taste, so the taste of baijiguan is there. I certainly had a better one when I had the ones at baijiguan that we put also for a short time on the shop, but it was also double the price. Oh, well, actually, it was the first generation from the mother tree. We had it online for 90 euros, 50 grams. And the wholesale, that one was more expensive, way more expensive than this one. Of course, it was better, but. But you know, you have also to pay so much more.
This smells very nice.
Yeah, rock tea has these properties of remaining in the pitcher forever. I don't know why, but.
Yeah. I am missing an impression in only one of my categories. I think I've somewhat made up my mind about the other ones.
It requires a little bit of time. Without the strong roasting,
We could continue with one of the quadruple roasted ones for a bit of extreme.
or at the
contrast.
very, yeah, we could do that. Or at the very end, but yes, we could do that. Getting a bit darker, but well, I know the price. You don't know the price yet, and I can tell you already, I would buy it, even for the shop.
It must be good price then.
But it's a good. Well, I don't know. It's let's say let's start guessing. How much would you spend for the thing
Wholesale or
In the
already?
shop or buying from.
in the shop?
In the shop.
You know, price in the shop.
I haven't had enough Nannuoshan yancha to.
Doesn't matter, but you know, it's just.
You have the 3 infusions, it's hard to say. But maybe so wholesale or
No,
consumer
how
price?
much you would pay to
Wholesale.
buy on the retail, on the online shop?
60 cents per gram. 70.
That's about the same
For
as.
a 50-gram pouch.
I would have guessed 30 euros for 50 grams. So
30 euros
Yeah,
per
it's the
gram.
same, yeah.
That would be.
Please, can we do just
Yours would be
price per
25.
gram?
Price per gram. I have to calculate again. So.
Okay.
0.5. No, that's exactly.
yeah,
that's
we have
30.
to.
That's exactly 30.
30.
Okay. Then you wouldn't buy this one. It's more expensive. Would be 42.
Ah.
450. Yeah, but that's just in the range. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not-
You know,
it's
it's
not
not
like
it's
a
not
cut-off
right.
point, it's
It's
more
not.
like,
No,
yeah,
for
first
me,
guess.
it's totally worth. You know, it's difficult to find good baijiguan for 30 euros. It's,
That is a perspective that you, of course, have a lot more insight
Yeah.
into, like what's available in that.
I mean, that's worth the price. I mean, it would be round at about 40. Let's say that would be the price. Yeah. For
So
50 grams.
What stands out about this tea to both of you?
Well, it although it sounds strange, but the fact that it doesn't have any off taste is already very important for baijiguan. The aroma of the wet leaves, I say plus, was very convincing. It is a little bit shy, but that's also baijiguan. So we can try to steep it a bit longer. For me, it's a bit shy. It doesn't come a lot through, but what comes through is very pleasant. I know I didn't put a lot of taste adjectives, but as a general feeling, I don't know. What do you think? We can do a bit longer though. What do you think?
A bit longer, yeah. Yeah, it has great aroma. Not very, a bit shy in taste. Mouthfeel is a bit lacking. Maybe that's because of the roast.
Or we'd have to brew it longer.
Yes, or maybe it's the water I'm not used to. And taste is mainly, or aroma is mainly in the back of the throat. But the aftertaste doesn't really stay as long as with roasted ones.
Yeah.
So I don't know, on the spec sheet it looks a bit disappointing, but it's better. It's mainly all because of the roasting, what I expect from the yancha.
It's also that, it's true that you want to taste the tea without knowing the price, so you're not biased. But at the same time, you want to judge your plus, minus, and neutral with respect to a price class.
Yes,
right?
It's hard to judge.
Yeah, because it never ended. So let's say a tea that would cost 10 times as much.
Yeah, you would judge it differently.
Exactly. So it's very difficult. You can do both. You can do absolute or relative to the price. For me, as a seller, when I source for Nannuoshan, I prefer to make it relative to the price because I and the customer have certain expectation for a given price.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think interestingly enough that kind of ties into some beliefs I've seen a lot in online tea communities where it's let's say up to €1 or $1 per gram for a tea, you can see pretty big improvements, and then as it gets more and more expensive, you get diminishing returns. And of course, when selecting for a shop, I think, be it consciously or subconsciously, that a similar kind of thing applies, where you also are more concerned about the sweet spot of affordability and what you get for the price, rather than just offering something that's all plus or something.
Okay, now it has more strength. Yeah.
But the aroma is lacking.
Yeah, it's a little bit less convincing than before, I have to say.
Yeah. So, what I noted down about this tea, I'm kind of trying to keep things somewhat simple. I have a few categories and then just plus if something is good, or kind of a squiggly line if something is in the middle, and a minus if it's bad. This tea did not have any minuses for me. The taste, as noted, was kind of reserved, so I gave that kind of a medium. The most outstanding thing, which I put an exclamation mark afterwards, was fragrance. Clearly, this tea, I think, is very much
even
about
now
fragrance.
has a nice fragrance actually. More convincing than the taste at this point.
Yep. Then mouthfeel, I think, was also it's not one of the tea's strong suits. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's nice in the mouth, but it's not something I would, for example, advertise based on its mouthfeel. And then I have 3 kind of more zoomed out points. First one is balance. I think this tea is a bit due to it being so fragrance forward and but reserved in taste, and with the mouthfeel being quite light, I think balance isn't something this tea is particularly good at. But one thing where it's quite good at in comparison is coherence. Everything this tea does kind of fits into one neat package, and it does that well. But that, of course, comes at the cost of a more balanced, overall rounded experience or something. What this tea also does pretty well, though, is kind of I put it down as a rhythm, but the kind of how dynamic it is, how it moves, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, so with the third steep and let's say with the fourth, I'm no more convinced I would buy it. More with the initial brews, I like it better. Of course, we have 50 grams, so it can be a second try, but probably not over the next few days. So, do you suggest going for something stronger?
Yeah, maybe not 4 times the roast. Let's say maybe medium roast, classic.
They don't write the roast. classic.
Yeah,
classic. Okay.
not. I mean, just
yeah,
not
yeah,
one
just
of
not the
this-
top.
yeah.
Okay, understood.
Not the
Yeah,
four
like
time.
that. And also, I also would like tonight to start trying the dance song. So we have to see. All right, let's have a look. Let's do a power step,
Okay.
and let's have a look what we want to choose next.
Yeah.
Sounds good.